Look, it's a real honour to be asked to launch George Ivanoff's new books because, look, I'll tell you how sensational they are in a minute. But I wanted to share with you a little bit of the reason behind being up here. But when I was little, I just loved reading. That's why I became a writer, because I loved reading so much. Actually, what am I saying? I still love reading. Reading is the best fun because with a good book, I can go anywhere, see anything, be anyone. Thinking back over all the reading I've done over many years, I think I've had so many good experiences because I've been a very hungry caterpillar. I've seen a hippopotamus on the roof eating cake, and I visited a magic beach. These are some of the experiences I've had in the reading I've done, and I've enjoyed all of it. Books are the best, but there are so many good stories out there that sometimes it's hard to choose between them. But never fear, because George Ivanoff is here. With George's new You Choose books, he makes it easy for you to choose what to read, because you're the ones who decide the way you read, because you're the main character in each story. On each page of George's You Choose Adventures, you have a decision to make. Your choice will send you off to fight shadowy villains, to explore dangerous places, to solve brain-busting puzzles, to cast powerful magic spells, or even to wrestle hungry crocodiles. Treasure of Dead Man's Cove and Mayhem at Magic School, we have adventures of the best sort. For instance, in Mayhem at Magic School, you come across mysterious strangers, mysterious relatives, mysterious friends, and mysterious mysteries. Or do you? It depends on the path you choose. In Dead Man's Cove, you could stumble on pirate shops, sinister caves, tempting treasure, and maps of a particular kind. Maybe. It depends. And this sums up the fun and the challenge of George Ivanoff's You Choose books. You have dozens of stories not only to read, but to become part of. And when you finish, you can start again. And like magic, the book will give you a whole different story. Now, it's our job here today is to launch these terrific books. And the best way to launch books is to send them out into the world with a great big noisy round of applause. So on the count of 3, I'd like you to launch The Treasure of Dead Man's Cove and Mayhem at Magic School. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
When I was a kid, there was a series of books called Choose Your Own Adventures. They're still around in some libraries today. I was obsessed with these books. I used to read and reread these books constantly. I loved them. I loved the fact that I could read these books and the decisions that I made influenced the way the story turned out. And I thought that was amazing. And the other amazing thing was that I got to reread the books, and each time I reread the books, they had a different ending. And I thought this was amazingly cool. And now that I've grown up and become a writer, I've gotten the chance to write these sort of books myself. So really, writing the You Choose books has simply been an excuse for me to relive my childhood and be a kid all over again. And that has turned out to be a really important thing in terms of writing. Because writing is, making a living out of writing is being very grown up. Because you sit at your computer every day and you've got to be disciplined and you've got to write your 2,000 to 3,000 words a day, every day, without fail. You've got deadlines to meet, you've got publishers to deal with, you've got editors to keep happy, all this sort of grown-up stuff. But I couldn't possibly write them without still being a little kid on the inside. Because it's the 10-year-old inside of me that comes up with the cool ideas. It's the 10-year-old that was going, oh, I could have this dead pirate with this mutant eye without an eyeball that he keeps a ruby inside of. Or, they could go around the corner and meet some mutant bunnies that try to rip their throats out. And all of this sort of stuff. And I couldn't possibly do that without the 10-year-old inside of me.